Actress, singer, songwriter, versatile performer who's topped the music charts for 2 decades now. New CD just dropped, and already it's another hit on her hands. Here's the one, the only, the legendary Madonna! Madonna.
How do you guys do this every morning?
Every morning,
Okay, let me
Madonna.
explain something to you. This never happens.
We get about 3 people in our audience, 2 of them like this. Anyway, it's great to see you again, and thanks for coming by.
Sure.
You are just the best. And I promised I wouldn't gush, but I have to gush a little and tell you that you are the real deal. The real deal.
Now,
There, I said it and I'm done.
now
Okay.
does this mean that since Madonna is now a brunette, that we could expect you to go brunette any day now?
Probably, yeah,
I
probably.
figured,
Or
yeah.
at least you could start wearing a hat.
I could start wearing a hat. I may, as a matter of fact. Are you shocked at the way you constantly influence the way people look? I mean, my entire life has been a series of your old looks.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know who to be unless I have you to look to.
It's funny, I don't know who to be either.
You've run out of things.
That's why I keep changing my looks. I don't know who I am.
Do you ever feel like, is there a look that you had that you said, oh, I wish I didn't, but I wish I wish I didn't do that. That was a mistake.
Yeah, every time I do a look and change.
Well, are you happy with the brunette hair?
Yes, I am, actually.
When did you go brunette?
Right before Christmas.
Because the last time we met, you know, years ago...
Was
when
I a brunette?
We had that... No, you were blonde. We had that brief moment, remember?
Obviously, it wasn't as impactful.
Donna, say yes, you remember.
No, I think I was wearing a nightgown the last time I met you. Wasn't I?
Yes, that's right, you are.
That was back in my wilder days.
Mine too.
Didn't we meet in a hotel?
Hotel. Yeah.
He's been rubbing it in ever
4
since.
seasons.
We could meet in a hotel.
Really? Really? Because...
I could wear a
Oh,
nightgown.
Madonna, you name the hotel and I'm there.
Hey, I tell you what.
I'm your girl.
And I'll bring all your kids.
You can babysit in the other
You can
room.
babysit the children.
Hey, I hear you were great last night on Will and Grace. Did you happen a chance to see it?
I did, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were so funny. Do you think that they'll spin off a series for you and Megan Mullally?
I hope so.
You're like the greatest couple on television.
You're a
I
big
thought
fan
you
of
guys were
hers?
the greatest couple in television.
We were, and then you had to come along.
Yeah, along with Megan. But you like this gal, huh? Megan?
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Funny.
Well,
Really funny.
you would never consider a sitcom at this point in your... no, it's too much work.
No,
No.
it's too much work. I don't like work.
Did you have to go to all those? Did you have to go to all those rehearsals and all those readings?
It
And,
actually wasn't that hard. It was 4 days of rehearsal. The hard part was the actual filming when they kept changing my lines. It was impossible to memorize anything.
your lines were incredibly funny. I
They
mean,
were good, right?
You've got a knack for comedy.
Thanks.
Well, do you think that working with Megan Mullally brought something out in you that you didn't know was there?
I think the better the person you're working with, the better you are.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I can do a Megan Mullally doing Karen impersonation.
Go ahead, do
Can
it
you?
for her.
But I'm convinced that I'm going to choke now that you're here. Honey, ever since Madonna came, I had to put my girls on display.
You need a little bit more air in your voice.
Normally I have
Bubbly,
more air,
more
but
bubbly.
I'm choking down so many emotions that the air has been... I haven't breathed in 3 days.
Do you want a Valium?
If I wasn't nursing, I'd be on several.
Well, Madonna, how does it feel to be back in New York? I mean, that was quite an appearance downtown at the Tower Records. Those people were waiting. Some of them came from as far away as Italy.
I know,
to be
it was
there.
really
Yeah,
sweet.
it was really nice. But it was a great return for you, right?
It
to go
feels
back
great
the
to
city?
be back here. Yeah, I miss New York.
Yeah, you still have one of your places here,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, sure.
Still have my
Well,
crash
and then
pad.
you brought them into a tent. And did a performance for them?
A tent?
Well, wasn't it
in
a
the
tent?
store.
In the store, I'm sorry. It was in the store you did the performance?
A tent.
I thought it was a tent, Madonna.
No, we had a tent here.
Madonna's going nuts over
No,
this word
I'm
tent.
Madonna.
No,
you did-
that's where you're wrong. I'm Madonna now.
And we're going to take a break and come back with more Madonna. They found each other, and they'll never be separated again.
You don't even know.
So, Madonna, tell me about Guy Ritchie.
No.
Come on.
Come on, tell
You
us
met him
about Guy.
at a party thrown by Sting and his wife, Trudy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And was there an attraction there right away?
Yeah.
There was.
Definitely.
And then who kind of, Madonna, I mean, you're Madonna, and he's Guy Ritchie, and who makes the first move?
Yeah, how does somebody pick
How do you
up?
let him know? How do you let him know
Well,
that
my
you
boyfriend was there at the time. But he was sitting at the other end of the table.
Uh-huh.
What
So
a
happened?
fool.
And he was kind of angry with me that day, so he didn't sit next to me.
Uh-huh.
And so Guy just took the empty seat.
So you made him pay the price.
Well,
So
I
Guy
think
took the seat right next to you.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. And he told me if I played my cards right, he'd maybe put me in one of his films or work with me in
And
the
you
future.
liked that, didn't you? You liked
I
him.
liked
Oh,
his-
I'm sorry.
liked
I
his-
just crushed your arm.
That's okay. I have another one.
You liked a
the
man
fact
with
that
confidence.
He took charge.
Yeah, I thought he had chutzpah.
Uh-huh. So then when it came to dating or seeing him again,
Yeah.
how was that arranged?
He came over for tea.
Stop it.
That's
you
what we
made
do in
tea. Is
England.
that what you call it?
No, we were in.
Late afternoon tea.
We call it something else at our house.
Oh, do you?
How civilized.
More tea, Vicar.
How civilized.
No, we made a date to have tea, and he showed up a day early.
Oh,
You
eager.
do that all the time.
That's very telling about my husband. He has no sense of time
Uh-huh.
whatsoever. He still hasn't really fixed that problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's.
But you're known for you're extremely punctual, you're extremely focused.
Yeah.
You don't. So
Yeah.
how do you tolerate that with him?
I don't.
No, that has to be fixed.
It's
right?
a source
Sure.
of constant tension.
Yeah, I know what you're going through. Sure. Now, Madonna, how are the Lourdes and Rocco?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lourdes must be 6 now.
6.5.
Rocco around 2.
2.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
So
now
do you think about-
we've had a third baby here.
Both of you?
He thinks he's the father. He's not. He's
We've
not.
had a third.
Do you
child.
have a life? No.
I do.
I'm just
Thank
kidding.
you very much. Look how they're leaving Madonna and coming to me. No, but the
I
point
meant
is.
a wife.
Oh,
No.
oh, I've got a beautiful wife.
Good.
Oh, joy, yeah. Now, you tell me about the possibilities of having a third child, you and Guy.
Me and
Yes.
Kelly.
Yeah, no, but would you like to have a third baby?
Yeah, I would. Are
we-
you just going to ask me personal questions?
No. No, we're not.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to have some more tea.
Well,
Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. It only takes once with tea.
Yeah.
It only takes once.
But it takes two
You
to
should
make
have
tea.
you should have a third baby. Let me explain to you why. And this is and then I'll get off the topic.
Okay.
There's one baby, and then there's more than one. There's no difference between 2 or 3. There's no difference. There's one and more than one. So
Yeah.
if you have 2 already, have the third. The third is just another baby. You're already good at it. You're good at it. You should do it. You seem like an incredible mother, and that's what everyone says about you.
Okay.
So you should do it.
Okay.
And
We are doing it.
and I will help you in any way you want.
Okay.
Anything you need guidance, support,
I'll relay that information to my husband.
labor and delivery coach, I'm
Madonna,
your girl.
you look like you're still in terrific shape. Now, you used to run on the park a lot. You used to jog in the
Yeah,
park.
those days are over.
What are you into now?
Yoga,
Right.
Every day?
Pilates. Haven't you heard my song?
Oh, that's right. Sure, I've heard it. Yeah.
Haven't you seen her be able to take both of her legs? See, this is why you fascinate me so much.
What does she do
Among
with
other
her
reasons.
legs?
She can take both of her legs and wrap them behind her head.
I don't believe it.
It is so Cirque du Soleil.
I'm not showing you.
She can take her legs and wrap them around her head.
And make tea.
Madonna's new CD, American Life, this is her 10th CD and her most personal as well.
I've made more than 10 CDs. Right?
Liz Rosenberg said 10. Your people told me 10, and my people tell me 10, so whatever you want it to be.
Don't believe what people tell you.
Exactly right. But this is Madonna's latest CD, I'm sure of that.
Better.
It's terrific, and you play the guitar so beautifully. When did you start doing that? Because I know your last concert you were playing the guitar, and I was...
My last record, I started learning for music, so 2 years ago.
Isn't it hard to learn, like, suddenly? Usually small children start learning how to play an instrument.
Well, it's never too late. You can start learning to play guitar, too.
No, I can't.
Hy not?
All right, for you, I'll do anything.
You just need a good guitar teacher.
I'm playing the piano now.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's tough. The older you get, the harder it is to learn. Madonna, what is this red thing over the eye here?
Did you like it?
I like it, but I mean, what does it mean? There's something. I know there's a meaning to it. What is it supposed to be?
It's red is the color of judgment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the judgment is, you're judging things in your head? Is that what that means?
People are judging me.
Oh.
Always. Does that bother you?
Yes.
You don't read... I heard that you don't watch TV and you don't read any periodicals because it offends you.
Because they're full of lies. I don't want to have anything to do with them.
So how do you keep that away from you? Like, I mean, when you go for a jog or a bike ride or when you go to yoga,
right?
And somebody has a newspaper out, don't they say, "Oh, did you see this? Did you?"
Nobody has periodicals in my yoga studio. Sorry.
When you go by a newsstand, you know.
I don't go by a newsstand. I never go out. I never leave my house.
There are newsstands out there.
It's pretty easy to avoid them, to tell you the truth. It's just a rule in our house. Nobody can bring magazines or newspapers into the house.
Right. And what about your kids? You don't let them watch any TV?
No.
Never? They've never seen TV?
No, they watch movies.
Right. They've never seen our show?
I'm sorry.
It's good. Kids love him.
Do they?
Yeah.
Take it from Madonna, they've never seen us.
So, okay, before we focus on the CD, just tell me really quickly, a typical day in the life of Madonna. So you wake up, right?
Yep.
And you're brushing your teeth and you're like, oh my God, Madonna! Does that happen to you where you're like...
I'm afraid I'm a little bit less enthusiastic than that.
So you brush your teeth and then what happens?
I don't brush my teeth.
Never?
Not when I first get up. After I drink my coffee.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to have coffee.
Madonna, you drink your coffee without brushing your teeth.
Yeah, no, I do that too.
Why?
Do you
Because then
really?
you have to brush your teeth again.
But then, you know, you've got all the residue of a whole night. Shouldn't you cleanse the palate
No,
before
because
you...
then your coffee tastes like toothpaste.
But I brush my teeth right before I go to bed, so my teeth are clean.
I know, but there's a whole night.
No, we do that before I brush my teeth.
Just to be a pillow on your bed. Just to be a fly on the wall.
All right, so you had your coffee, then what does Madonna do?
Then Madonna goes to her office.
At home.
But shall we refer to me in the third person?
I like that, yeah. Madonna goes to her office. What does Madonna do in the office?
She works.
She turns on her computer.
Okay, yes, good. You know how to operate that.
She checks her emails.
Uh-huh. What is your email address? I'd like to... I'd love to be in touch with you via email.
Where do you go? Somebody get me a pen. I'm gonna write this all down.
I don't surf the internet. I just check my emails. And then my kids usually get up.
Uh-huh.
And we all have breakfast together.
Good.
Terribly exciting. No, I just hang out with my kids. Send my daughter off to school.
You're like such a mom.
Yeah, well, that's
Now,
what
Madonna-
happens when you have kids.
It's true. It's really
Did you write many of these or all of these?
I wrote all the lyrics.
You wrote all the lyrics, so that took a lot of time too, right?
Yeah.
This is a change in direction in your personal life, in your thinking? That's
Yeah.
what they're saying about it anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much, yeah.
what is that change? What is, if you were to explain what these songs mean to you in a personal way, what is this all about?
Well, I suppose I feel like I've sort of had a revelation, and I hope the songs are a reflection of that. Basically a realization that that nothing is what it seems, and that is what I say in my song. And that there's absolutely nothing in the material world or the physical world that is going to bring you happiness. That the only thing that matters is the way you treat people and love.
And did your children have anything to do with this new attitude? Yeah,
Absolutely.
Sure.
Since nothing really matters in terms of material possessions, can I have that really cool Louis Vuitton handbag that you see squiring around town?
Sure.
Excellent. Awesome.
And while we're talking about it, I love your hat. No! Oh, come on. Whoa, yes.
You've got to be bring on. It looks cool. I love those hats.
Now, am I going to keep this hat, Madonna, or do you want it back? Don't you?
No.
We'll discuss
I don't
it
want to
later.
do
Just put it on. It gives you character.
All right, the CD is out and going wild in the stores right now. Madonna's new CD, American Life.